Hari Om. Welcome to episode 16 entitled There is Only One Life Raft. Before we begin, I want to thank my friend Caroline in Australia for making me this beautiful tie-dye shirt. Reminds me of my Woodstock days. Let's start with a slow deep breath. Clearing the mind, relaxing the body, being receptive. Om Shanti. So in chapter 1, Arjuna is claiming the high moral ground for his reasons not to fight. And Krishna just keeps quiet. And we see in chapter 2 now, first 3 verses, Krishna breaks the silence. I'll read you the first 3 verses. Sanjaya said, Sanjaya is talking to the Lion King, seeing Arjuna overwhelmed with pity, despondent, and his eyes filled with tears of despair, Sri Krishna spoke these words. The Blessed Lord said, "Why this cowardly dejection, Arjuna, which at this critical juncture deludes you and shuts the gates to the higher realms? This is no time to fall prey to weakness. Shake off this faint-heartedness. Pick yourself up. You're the scorcher of foes." So you can see Krishna starts off this chapter called the Yoga of Wisdom with what could be called tough love. I've seen my guru, Sri Swami Asokananda, also respond similarly to me when I felt I needed sympathy or a pat on the back or something. He would say, "Buck up, man." He would refuse to see me as a weak person. And that's what's happening here. Krishna sees Arjuna's greatness, and he doesn't want Arjuna to believe that he can't face what he has to face. There's the external part of our life that we call action, and then there's the hidden internal part, which we call motive. And what Sri Krishna is doing here is bringing Arjuna's subconscious to the conscious level, so he can see what's really happening and how he's holding himself back. And he says that he's at a critical juncture. We go through our day-to-day lives, but occasionally there's a time when it's an important moment in the soul's journey. Arjuna is at that moment. We probably all have had those moments where we made a decision and it had a tremendous impact on the direction of our lives. Can you think of something like that? So what Arjuna does next is crucial. How he responds to the situation. Krishna uses this word aswargam. Swarga is heaven. Aswargam means something is blocking your way to heaven. The way I would understand that is that Arjuna's despondency, his negative feelings in facing the situation are lower vibrations that cut him off from the higher frequencies that he needs now to see clearly, make the right decision, have the strength to follow through on that. And Arjuna wanted Krishna to drive his chariot because of all the faith he had in Krishna. He preferred that even than Krishna's armies. So he has great faith in Krishna, and he needs it now. He needs to call on that now. His separate eye is like the witch in The Wizard of Oz. I'm melting, I'm melting, I'm melting. And I've seen my own ego in different times melt and then come back to life again. It finds a way to regroup, grasps onto another life raft. One day that life raft gets punctured, We go from life raft to life raft. Ultimately, to cross the ocean of samsara, the ocean of birth and death, there's only one real life raft. And Krishna is extending his hand to Arjuna and to all of us and inviting him to jump onto his boat. I want to read you, in the end, a quote from the great Dada Swami, who left the body not long ago. Of what are we proud? Youth, beauty, power, wealth, influence, position, all will pass away, bursting like so many bubbles on the surface of the stream. This will probably be my last video from Yogaville. Hopefully the next one, if I can work through the firewalls, will be in China. Thank you for listening. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.